Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. We are doing quarantine episodes now. Yay!
Ooh.
Yay!
Do this again.
Yeah, so for the next few episodes, it's mostly just going to be audio only because the world's pretty fucking crazy right now. A lot of us are sick or whatever. So anyway, hi, I am one of the hosts today, Michael. I am also here with other host, Colin.
Hey, how's it going?
And other host, Sage. The
Sup?
Deep Weebs. So these episodes are going to be a bit more condensed. They're going to be a bit shorter, focusing on, for the most part, one or two topics. We may tangent off as we do, but they're attempting to be a little more focused.
Attempt, I think, is the key word.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
usually key.
So this episode is going to be about Persona, because why not? Me and Colin really like Persona. Sage knows nothing about Persona, and we're just going to say shit, and she's going to ask us questions.
I've been trying to
I'm
get
gonna.
to play.
I think this is gonna be my own personal Persona TED Talk.
Oh, you're gonna TED Talk us to Persona?
No. You're gonna give me a TED Talk.
Okay.
Because if I give you the TED Talk, it's me gonna be like, I like these character designs. I know nothing else. Thanks for coming to my
I
TED
think that's a
Talk.
pretty great TED Talk. I think you should give us your opinions on all the ladies' costumes.
Oh my gosh, I will. Hold on, let me pull
Okay,
it up.
here, I'll start sending them into the Discord. Mike, why don't you give a little introduction while I start getting that going?
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, you give me the basic Persona rundown. Give me like the Spark Notes Persona rundown.
Spark Notes Persona rundown. Okay, well, I'm Persona 5 guy, so I'll give you Spark Notes of Persona 5 and the general knowledge.
Is that the only
Yeah,
one you
I know
know?
general things about the 3 and 4. To be fair.
But you've
Oh, okay.
he's never played them.
I have never played them.
Oh, okay. Wow, what a fake fan.
I've been trying to get him to play for so long.
Look, I plan on it. I just most likely I'll start playing them when I have a place to set up all of my systems when I move out. But so Persona is a game where some kids basically will fight against people with like corrupted desires. Either like some people in Persona 5, a lot of the villains are kind of like the 7 deadly sins, greed, lust. Like those are like the boss people. And
Cute.
what you'll do is you'll basically invade the person's mind, like their mental scape. And you basically see everything in the way they see the world. And you
Wait. What
like
does that mean?
so the first person you fight in Persona 5 is basically a lust. And like you're
Okay.
in the school and he sees the school as a castle that he rules. He sees himself as a king. The school is his castle and the kids are like his slaves.
So
Oh, so it's like you enter their
Yeah,
domain.
like
Yeah,
their version
so-
of reality.
every Persona game has a different way of going about it. In this one, it is the distorted desires and of these people who are pushed, like who are just so off the deep end of being crazy with one specific thing, like he said, lust and greed, that it creates this it's called a palace, which is just the dungeon that you play because it's a dungeon crawler RPG.
Yeah, and so
okay.
basically you just kind of go through these people's palaces and you steal their desires, which is basically just like resetting them. Like you steal the thing
Okay.
that's corrupting them, basically.
Okay, so you make them pure again.
And then
essentially.
like they repent in front of people and like apologize, and then you're like, yeah, we're kids and we just did justice.
All right.
Okay.
And then as you go through the game, you recruit more people affected by the next person that's probably the boss, and you just kind of go through the story of, like, for Persona 5, it's just all these kids being mistreated by adults.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Another thing to it. This is something they added for Persona 5. Usually, when you go into the dungeons, it's just you're still the student character in usually like your school uniform. And this one, they added this idea that when you travel to the different world, you become a phantom thief, so your outfit changes.
Is that why they have cute outfits
Yeah.
in
That
this
is why
one?
they have cute outfits in this one. I thought it was a really good choice. Just like
No,
stylistically.
I think I like the cute outfits because then it adds a little variety,
Yeah.
you know? I can only look at someone's goddamn school uniform for
yeah,
so long.
plus each
Like, imagine in Bleach if they were in, like,
Soul
the Soul
Society.
Society, but they had to wear their stupid fucking school
Oh my
uniforms.
god, dude, no. When Ichigo pulls out the Bankai in the school uniform again.
yeah, so
Kuchi or something.
in each persona they have their personas, which are basically like stands from JoJo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in each game, they also manifest them differently. In one, I believe
Right.
they're tarot cards, right? That's
No,
in 3.
I don't know about 1 and 2. I've never played 1 and 2. I played a little bit of 3. So in 3, you manifest your stand by shooting yourself in the head.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
It
edgy.
is the edgiest Persona game without a doubt. It's also
Yeah,
I
you
feel
just
like I
take out a
remember
gun
you
and shoot
telling me.
yourself.
you take out. It's a special gun. It's not a real gun, but it's still you just shoot yourself in the head with a gun. In Persona 4,
That's incredibly
yeah,
dumb.
but it looks cool.
It's to show your determination, basically.
Yeah. In Persona 4, you get you have tarot cards, so you just like hold your hand up and a tarot card appears, and you just summon it because they're all related to like the arcana of the tarot. So like you'll have teammates. It's like, oh, this person is the Chariot Arcana. This is Chie, and then you'll have like, oh, this is
So do they become that tarot card or no?
they don't. They just like represent the tarot card. Like
Yeah,
you
like
can
in
get,
Persona
Do they
5,
get its-
characters are also still represented by the tarot card. But like, so like your best friend Ryuji is represented by the Chariot.
yeah.
But like, nothing really. It's just the way that they kind of like link the world.
Okay,
and
got
then-
There's a
it.
couple other things. To
But
link.
it's not like super relevant.
It's
Not
it's just
really.
kind of like a typing thing.
Yeah,
It's
Oh, okay.
relevant.
That okay.
Yeah, it's relevant.
It's
when
relevant
you're,
in terms
like,
of Pokemon
making
types.
Persona.
kind of.
Now, in the Persona games, do you get to choose who you play as, or you can only be one
Can
person?
only be one person.
Yeah, you play as the main character. You can choose your team when you go into it.
Yeah, so you
Oh.
gain teammates as you go. You start with like 4 people, and it's a 4-man team, and then you're gonna get an additional 4 people or 4 or 5 people as you go on through the game, and then you can swap them out for whoever you want your 4-person party to be.
And if you're like me, you just find your 4 people and you stay with them and never change afterwards.
Oh, that's dumb.
Is there a benefit to not
No, I mean
changing?
it's just up to how you play. Like the way like I play Pokemon is like I have my starter and he just wrecks everybody. Like I just have the team that works best for me.
Oh, you're one of those that you only fucking max out your starter and
Well, I
nobody
mean, XP
else?
share max out it's everyone else, but like my starter will murder everybody.
Oh my god.
It's fun for me.
Wait, so do you not go around collecting as many Pokemon
do.
as you can?
I just make sure that my starter
watching
can
you.
one-hit kill every person I run across, so that way they know that I'm better than them.
No, I don't do. I've never played that. like
That's
that.
exclusively how I play. Those computers must know I'm better.
I've always.
Want to see what the first girl looks like from this game?
Yes, please. This is Persona 5, or this is just in
This is
general?
Persona 5.
Also, by the way, in Persona 5, to summon their personas, they have to rip a mask off their face that like rips the skin off their eyes.
Oh, dramatic.
I kind of
show your
assumed that it happened
resolve.
every time. They just didn't show it in the animation. Oh, I always assumed it was every time. They had to do that every time.
and her
On.
her on to Kamiki, and when she becomes a Phantom Thief, her name is Panther.
She was the one that was ranked at number 1 in your list.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I love her.
I mean, you know.
Her outfit is honestly just way too cute. Like, I remember when the like promotional art for this came out, because like I like video games but I don't play them.
Persona
You know
5
what I mean?
was marketed everywhere.
Yeah, but so I remember seeing her character design and I was like in love with it. I think it's so cute. I love this like latex like cat suit with the little mask and the little horns and the blonde pigtails and the whip and the boots and the gloves. It's just peak character design. It's so cute. I love
Yeah,
it.
Makoto's
plus,
best girl, but sure.
Yeah, no. Plus, it's also, I like the symbolism of it, because the boss that you fight when you get her is the Lust boss, and he's a creepy teacher, and
Oh,
yeah,
yikes.
so when she does this, she's like reclaiming her power, and it's kind of like it's a very
that's
it's a
cute.
very
I like that.
Dom-esque outfit, and her persona also is literally a woman who has men on a leash that she steps on.
Yeah, me too.
But, okay, hold on. So, question. All right, so Colin will understand this, but I'll explain it real quick. So, in Persona, at least in 5, I'm not sure about the others. So, you can rank up your friendship with your friends and the people you run into in the game, and it like gives you better benefits and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And for the main group of like people that you go into the dungeons with that have their personas, when you rank them up to level 10, the max level, their like persona like levels up. It like evolves.
Right.
And they get a different design. And yeah.
Really? Does she have another
It does.
design?
So that brings up my
her
question.
persona does.
Yes, their personas do, not the characters.
I'll send them.
So that brings up my question: is Colin, do you think that any of the the evolved forms are better than the original? Because I really don't. I think maybe one or two of them are better.
Generally, I don't like them better. I haven't seen all of them, truthfully, because I only look when they actually evolve. And I remember, I did not like Ryuji's better than Captain Kid is his original one.
Captain Kid is so much cooler.
Captain Kid is good, and then it's a very it's like a Sun Wukong kind of style after that. I thought it was good, but it was definitely not my favorite. I don't like Makoto's at all, because Makoto, minor spoiler, her persona is a fucking motorcycle.
It's
And
fucking great.
She literally gets on it when she uses it, and it's awesome. And then when it evolves, it turns into like a transformer that is just out in man mode, and just like appears behind her like a stand and then disappears, and it's significantly less fun.
Yeah, it's
I was gonna say that doesn't sound as
it's
cool
super
though.
lame. It's in Persona 4. Doesn't someone just have a boat? Right? Or is that 3?
I mean, Captain Kid has
No.
a boat
Like
that he
somebody's
stands on.
thing is like Makoto's motorcycle. They have a boat.
Like a
I-
speedboat.
Isn't that
not.
true?
I don't remember.
I thought in at least 4, maybe 3, like somebody had like something that wasn't a person. Like one person had a vehicle or like an inanimate object.
This design is not nearly as cute.
That's the first design.
Okay, well, I don't like this design. There's like way too much going on.
That's with the one stepping on everyone. Yeah, no, that design way cooler than the other design.
Actually, this is the first time I'm seeing it. I think I might like it better. This new design.
That's not it.
That's not it?
Nope.
Oh, that's what I got when I put it in.
I was gonna say this
No,
one
see,
is
that
cute,
one would
though,
be
with
cool.
the
That's definitely that.
braids.
I think that one might be the dancing starlight one.
Oh, okay.
I like the braids though.
Yeah,
That's
no, that
cute.
one would be cool.
It's not that
No,
one, is what
it
you're
is not.
telling me.
It it's kind of like a
Tragedy.
spiky woman with like chain chomps for like on chains instead of people.
A spiky woman.
Yeah, I don't know how
A
else to say
spiky
it.
woman with chain chomps. I see her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I kind of dig that. It's very
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
one. I don't like it as much.
I dig it.
I don't like it as much.
I would like it if it didn't have like the eyes up top. Like I like the eyes coming from the face, like the double set of eyes. But if it didn't have the ones coming from her like horns, I think it would look much cuter.
I just because all of their personas are based on like so hers is like Carmen, right? It's about the character of oh shit, what's it called? The femme fatale.
I was gonna say Carmen from the opera Carmen.
Sure, maybe. Is that like a femme fatale character? Is that like the
Yeah.
femme fatale character?
I wouldn't go so far as to say the femme fatale character, but I would say she is.
Is she like a
I
famous
don't know.
femme
She's kind of
fatale?
yes and no, because Carmen is like definitely sexy, but she's also very tragic.
Well, I think that's the thing because like hers is Carmen. The main characters is Arsene, the gentleman thief.
Yeah.
And then Ryuji's is Captain Kidd. And I don't remember what the other ones isn't
Like Morgana's is Zoro.
Yeah, Morgana's is Zoro. Isn't Haru's like? Isn't that like Queen Elizabeth or some
Noir,
shit?
I'm trying to remember.
And then Makoto's is Johanna.
Yeah, it's isn't it supposed to be Joan of Arc?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Joan of Arc.
Speaking of which, let's go on to Makoto.
Makoto, best girl.
Yeah, so here's Makoto's Phantom Thief design. She's a brawler.
So
She's spiky.
it's a little bland, but I'm not mad about it.
It's like solid. I also think it really works with like the red eyes that she has, like kind of contrast with the mask.
Yeah, I like the red eyes with the mask. I think the outfit's just a little boring.
It looks bad. It
Like
looks
I
better.
like the
It does look
spike
better in the game.
details.
There's
Yeah.
weirdly not very good like game pictures of it. It's
Yeah.
weird. I
Why?
don't know why. I've because every time I look her up, I'm like, man, this makes her look so much worse than it does in the game.
Yeah, which is why these next three pictures are not the best ones. But here's Johanna, the first form of the persona.
God, that bike is so cool.
Oh, I kind of like that. That's funny. Although the face sticking out of it, slightly creepy.
It's okay. Here's a statue of her riding it.
I
Just to kind of give it.
I thought about buying that statue for so long.
Don't talk to me about how often I thought about buying that statue. It's too expensive. I can't justify it.
Okay, she looks better. Like her outfit looks better here.
Yeah, there's better angles. That's just weirdly hard to find.
Yeah, but you know what the
Yeah,
angle they're trying
like-
to show off is in that statue.
We all know what the angle she's
The
trying to show off
outfit
is.
because wait, hold on. Sorry, can we just go back to the first picture
Yeah.
content because in that one, everything is like tonally very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I think it looks more bland than it's supposed to be. Whereas in this picture of her on the bike, like the blue is much brighter, so it stands out more.
Yeah, I would say in games the colors stand out significantly better, and it overall looks better.
By the way, for people wondering, the picture is the statue of Makoto on the bike is the one that's just about her ass. You'll know if you care. It's just that statue.
And then here is this is just a figure because I couldn't find a good picture of it. Of her persona after it evolves, Johanna turns into a transformer.
Oh God, it's so
I like
much
the motorcycle
lamer,
guy.
dude.
No, it's so much because again when she
But it's also the transformer itself just doesn't look very
Right, but
good,
like
I
it's
think
also so because throughout the game, right, everybody just has like their stand behind them, right, and like they just
Right.
like they point and then the stand does the thing.
Right.
Makoto's is cool because when you use her persona, she fucking gets on the motorcycle, does like a wheelie and like or like a donut in place, and it does the attack, and then she gets off of it. Like hers is the only
Right.
different one, and
Her one has more action
and
to
then
it.
and then once you evolve it, she no longer does anything. She just starts pointing like everybody else, and you're like, this is so much lamer.
Yeah, that's not as cool.
Yeah, it's really
That's kind of unfortunate, though.
yeah. I'm trying to think of like Futaba's evolved one. Also, I feel like
I have no idea what it actually looks like. I'm gonna guess that. Yeah, because I'm getting like several responses. I think it's this. Is it the circle one?
yeah, it's the sphere.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Like it's cool, but it's not as cool as the like the hieroglyphic fucking aliens UFO.
So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start with the girl. Here is Futaba. Futaba's actually a support character. You can't play as her. She just kind of like takes over support role and giving you advice and stuff.
Yeah, there's always one character that takes over the navigator role, which is just to say, like, they tell you about things, but they don't really do much. They do, like, during battles, they'll sometimes, like, heal you and stuff like that.
She does. She does.
Oh,
I
does
don't
anybody else do
like
that?
wasn't a feature.
the
That
leg
wasn't a feature
warmers
before.
and the
That
Crocs.
wasn't a feature before. What don't you like?
I don't like that she's wearing leg warmers with Crocs.
I always just assumed they were, like, boots.
They're space boots.
Leg warmers with
They're
Crocs.
space boots, Sage. Look at this persona.
I honestly really, really like
Look at this.
her design.
Um,
And before I found out she was the little sister character, because I didn't put that together in my own head, she was second best girl to me.
you couldn't figure out she was.
I never
little
like
sister
looked
character.
at her that way. So like when her character showed up, I was like, oh, I like her design. She's second best girl. And then I never thought about it again. And then you were like, she's the little sister character, and I was like, oh, she is, and that dropped it a few points.
R.I.P.
Because I really liked Futaba, and I mean I still do, but not in the same
No,
way.
she's a very good character.
Yeah, I really like Futaba.
Her entrance is good. There's a really good little Can You Force reference in her entrance, so I get excited by that dumb joke.
Yeah, true. Do you have her personas?
I'm attempting to send it, but my phone is struggling for internet.
Oh, fair enough.
There it is.
See, I think that one looks cool.
I believe in you.
So that is her original persona,
Oh,
Necronomicon.
that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Yep.
And then her evolved one is just a sphere with a face, which is cool. I do really like it. I just don't think it's as cool.
I still think
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty cool.
agree. I don't like the sphere as much as like the UFO type deal.
I don't disagree, but also when you look at how I just dislike how some of them come out afterwards, I'm here for it. It's like, hey, you didn't get worse, so we're good.
But it didn't
Yeah,
get
like
better.
I think visually, the like hieroglyphic fucking spaceship is more interesting than the sphere with like a smiley face. I still like it. It's just not as cool.
Not as
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah. I'm still trying. Goemon, right? That's Yusuke's. I was trying to remember what the fuck his was.
Goemon? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Goemon.
I think
it's also like a very good persona in the game to just like using wise.
Yeah. I think I like his evolved form. I'm trying to remember, but
I'm trying to remember what it looks like.
um
I'll look that up in a second. Let me send over. So the last lady to join our crew outside of Persona 5 Royale, which is every time they release a Persona game, they release the full game, they give it an end, and then like 2 or 3 years later, they release it again, but with one extra level and a new character and a slightly different ending.
Okay, that
yeah,
seems kind of annoying.
they when they make like the sequel-ish thing, it's not really a sequel, it's just adding on to the original game. They apparently, because Colin told me this the other day, they always sequel bait the ending of the newer version. and then never give it to you.
So, cucking you.
Yeah, Mike is still only played Persona 5 and is obsessed with getting a sequel to Persona 5, and I have to constantly just tell him, like, play a different Persona game. There are a couple of very good ones, and it's the same thing, and you're going to have a good time. There's just less quality of life.
Yeah, I feel like
things.
I feel like that's the.
Do you tell him that because you know he's never going to get a Persona 5 sequel?
Yeah, because it's not happening.
It was the best-selling Persona ever.
Yeah, that's great. Now it's a mainstream game. Now we're more likely to get more ports. They already put Persona 4 on PC, so Sage, you have no excuse. That's the purpose of this. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Welcome to my TED Talk. Getting me to play a Persona game.
We're talking about the gameplay. We're just talking about waifus.
Yeah, I will play Persona. That's true.
Fair.
Persona 4, and you gave me 3 also. I'm probably going to start with 3 because it's going to have the least quality of life, and I might as well start there.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
But like
the worst thing is that there's no save rooms in the dungeon.
Oof. Yeah, the worst part about going backwards in games is always losing the quality of life, because I feel like it makes you feel like the game is worse when it isn't.
Absolutely, yeah.
What does that mean, quality of life?
What do we mean?
So, a quality of life improvement is basically like in one game, there's something that just kind of annoys you as a player, and then in the next game they kind of fix that. So I guess a good thing would be like in the first Pokemon game, you just walk around at that slow pace. In like in Fire Red and Emerald, they add the run button.
Right, so that you don't have to walk at a glacial pace the entire game.
So that's a quality of life. And then if you go back to the first game, you're like, oh god, why can't I run?
Yeah, where you're just like, oh yeah, it takes me a literal day to get anywhere.
So like in Persona 5, you can save during the while you're in the palaces. Apparently in 4 and 3 you can't do that.
So basically
okay, I understand.
In 5 there's just a couple of rooms throughout the map that you can go into. It's called a safe area. You can save, you can like fast travel to the other safe rooms. In Persona,
right, so it just makes it a little more like easy, I guess.
Yeah, in Persona 4, like here's an example. Is one of the levels is 12 floors of a dungeon.
Okay.
And there's a save point at the very beginning, and there's a save point right before the boss on the 12th floor.
Oh, okay.
And you cannot really fast travel as much. You just kind of like, you go in and you just keep looking, and they're procedurally generated floors, so you just keep running around and looking for the stairs.
That sounds annoying.
Oh, God.
You also can't sneak.
That sounds like super unpleasant.
You can also sneak around in 5, so you can hide from enemies. You cannot do that in the previous games. You just kind of have to juke them.
So if you like run into them, that's it.
If you run into them, the combat starts and they get an attack of opportunity. If you can get a hit...
Wait, they get to attack you before you get to attack them?
If you just run into them and they like run into you first. You can swing your sword and like attack them. And if you hit them before they hit you, then you get the attack.
Oh, so you don't even get like the you don't even get the opportunity to do that like hidden attack where like you can press triangle and fucking rip their mask off and make them weaker to start.
Yeah, absolutely not a thing.
Oh god.
Dude, yeah, it's tough, and especially like I tried to play on the hardest difficulty, merciless mode, could not get through the first dungeon. It was simply like impossible for me to do.
Merciless?
Because I just tried to grind, but I kept dying before I could like save my game and save my progress, and I just waste 2 hours of progress every day, and I stopped playing.
Yeah, so in Persona 5, or I think all the Personas actually, the one of the sadder things is, as the main character, you get a really cool persona to start. Like I said, the main character in 5, he gets Arsene, like a gentleman thief, and his design's really cool. And then and then you as the main character, you like collect other personas that you can use,
like the enemies you fight. So like in Pokemon,
right? And in Persona 5 at least, they make you get rid of the one that you had to start, which is a really cool, unique design. They don't
exactly make you get rid of it.
Is that beneficial
Yeah,
though.
Yeah,
here's the thing: your starter persona is not good.
it
It's
isn't
going
good.
to be good for the first little bit, but by level 12, which like think Pokemon terms of what level
So
12
so
is,
so your starter persona will not turn into
No,
a
it will
Charizard.
not turn into a Charizard. There is actually pseudo a way to get that Charizard out of the
it's
starter, but
very bullshit and takes a
it is
lot.
the end game, and it is like doing all it is like completing the Pokedex, and then you get
Oh,
that Charizard.
it's awful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really lame because especially like I said, like Arsene is super cool and like a unique design, and then it's kind of Garbo. So like no matter what
yeah.
you do, yeah. So no matter what you
Garbo.
do, it'll always be bad, and you can't do anything about it. And like unless you, there are some people that like level 99 Arsene and like makes it kind of
It's still
good,
not good.
but it's still not
It's
great.
still not good.
And it's really it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
it's a bummer.
awful.
In Persona 4, you get Izanagi. I really like his design. I forget Persona 3's the name of it, but I do not like the design nearly as much here. I'm gonna send Arsene.
Also, I'm going to send the girl that Persona 5 Royale adds.
We also have not gone
Okay,
over
that's
Haru.
the
We
that's
have not
the
gone over
pseudo
Haru.
Oh yeah,
sequel.
yeah, the pseudo. Well, it's not really a sequel. It's just like a DLC story add-on.
Oh, okay.
I
But they
no,
call it
no,
a
no, no.
sequel?
It's not a sequel. They just
So
they
for-
just
so-
sequel.
Gotcha.
So first off, here is the persona of the main character in Persona 5.
It's so
Arsene.
cool.
Ooh, that does
Love
look cool.
Arsene.
And then Persona 4's is Izanagi.
I like that he has blades on his feet.
Yeah,
Colin, do you want to
he's
send
edgy.
do you want to send Haru and her personas
Yes.
first?
Does he ice skate
He
everywhere?
sure does.
You can get that persona in 5.
God.
And it's
Yeah, you can.
ungodly good.
Yeah, I do like that they add the starters into the later games as DLC and just make them ungodly good. And it's also like, oh, you played previous game? Yeah, you can just have this. If you want to use it at the beginning of the game so you can just get through the entire game without trying,
Yeah.
feel free.
I did that for one of my like second playthroughs because I just wanted to like get through it faster, and while I was trying to perfect it.
She's cute. I like her design.
Yeah, so that's Haru, aka Noir. She has a good design. The only problem I felt with her was she's the last person to join your team in the original run of the game.
And
So
she's
you just get the
Uh-huh.
you get the least amount of time with her, and she just feels the most flat.
yeah, she feels really flat and boring.
Oh, so you don't get time to like
Develop her character as well, yeah.
I also personally
Oh,
don't
rip.
like her design.
I think she's fine.
really? I think
I
it's
think
kind of
hold on,
cute.
if I'm gonna pull up a like her
She
regular
has a
outfit.
grenade launcher.
She does have a grenade launcher.
Yeah, that was a nice thing that was added to Persona 5. Everybody has a main weapon, and then they have a secondary weapon that's a gun.
Although I will say the only thing that's bothering me is I feel like they could have kept the like billowy pant if they got rid of the hat, or kept the hat but got rid of the
Okay,
pant.
there's her like normal look design, at least the head. I think her hair is
Right.
really stupid.
I don't.
What,
I
that
don't
kind
think
of
her
like
hair's stupid.
curly
Yeah,
bob?
I personally I think it's pretty dumb.
So you are anti curly
I
haired
guess, I
Bob?
don't know.
Bad
Wow.
taste,
Anyway,
look
bad
at
taste.
do you have her persona?
This is Milady.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. She has cannons under her dress.
She does have them cannons. I do like that she has like no head, but has the masquerade mask that she just holds up to nothing.
I was just gonna say, I like that she has the no head with the mask.
Yeah, I do. I actually really like the design of her persona.
I don't.
And I
remember what
like the
upgrade
little
one looks like.
detail of the sword. At like the center of her
Oh,
dress.
I think
That's
her
cute.
upgraded one is like a metal dress. I think. I don't remember. Well, Colin pulls it up.
Yeah, I've never seen it upgraded, so I'm gonna hope that this is the right one.
Oh yeah, you haven't.
Oh, yeah,
100%
here it is.
The game, have you?
No, I don't, cause like I know that you do, but and here's a thing I want to make sure nobody thinks I'm being disrespectful. I don't care how anybody plays their games. However you play it is your way. When you play these games, do like the step by step so you can 100% it.
100%.
And that just takes like so much fun out of it for me because I want to do like the exploration and kind of figure it out on my own. Like I'll look up pieces of advice, and I have a Persona like calculator app that tells me how to fuse certain things so I can make whatever. But like I like to just kind of go in and figure it out.
I mean,
if I'm
Colin,
a lot of times what I'll do is like I'll play the game, and then while I'm playing it, like the first time I played Persona 5, because I don't know, with these types of games I get really meticulous about it and don't want to, oh yeah, that is her design, it's not, yeah, it becomes like a skull.
I think it's pretty cool.
I don't like that it doesn't really match the dress theme,
It's
though.
kind of a dress because you see there's a person that's wearing the skull.
No, I know, I see that, but it just looks like she's sitting on top of the skull.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that, but the evolutions are never really to me as good as the original.
But I do really like the golden circle that covers her face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
kind of like a half moon crescent kind of thing.
But like when I play these games, I don't know what it is, but like I just like being really meticulous about the things and knowing how to optimize it. And what I'll usually do is I'll try to make sure I'm making the right decisions, and then during the first playthrough and try to 100% it best I can. And then when I do like a new game plus, then I'll look up like a guide if I can't figure something out. But usually I don't like rely on it wholeheartedly. Like my first playthrough, I did like 96%. I fucked up one confidant. I didn't get one confidant all the way up. And then my second playthrough, I was like, fuck, all right, I thought I did it pretty well. What did I mess up? So I looked up like a guide and was like, oh, I fucked up like a week here. And then I was like, all right, cool. And then I like played and did it so I could correct it my way.
We have mentioned that like when you get to a certain level with the confidant, which is the friendship level with each character, you can spend time with different characters during certain points of the game to level it up.
Right.
When you get to a certain level with most ladies, you can just start dating them.
Yep, you sure can. Makoto's the right answer.
You want to date the student council president? Yeah, go for it. You want to date the hot goth nurse? Yeah, go for it. You want to date your teacher? Boy, she's already in a maid outfit.
She sure is, and you can date all of them if you want.
You can date all of them at the same time and get beat up for it.
I was gonna say the scandal.
Yeah, if you date all of them at the same time, then on Valentine's Day in game, they all show up to give you a gift, see everyone else, and then beat you up and take your money.
LOL.
And then your adoptive father gives you a chocolate instead. And then he's like, hey, next time, don't fuck it up. Anyway, so that's the new girl, Kasumi.
She was like pretty middle of the road.
I like her design. The only downside is she's younger than everyone else, I think, and I'm like, not about it. But then that's her persona.
Oh, that's a good
persona. Her persona is cute though.
And then her.
I just like with her, she feels as shoehorned into the story as Sora, Donald, and Goofy in any given level of Kingdom Hearts.
That is fair. So you didn't. You get more time with her than you do Haru.
Yeah, because they like start introducing her immediately in Royale,
and that's her upgraded form. She's.
Oh, her upgrade is actually really cute.
She is a like a gymnast. That's her character is a gymnast.
Okay.
And I don't know. I really like her design personally, and I like both of her personas.
I like her personas the best.
Is that like a wedding gown in the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that cute? With the like crystal thigh highs.
Yeah, I wonder if that's supposed to imply that she's like the canon girl the main character would end up with, because it feels like
they do push her a bit.
I can't. Yeah, I mean they push certain people in certain things. When I finished Persona 4, it felt like they were pushing the idol character the most. I forget her name.
But it's funny though, because like Colin said, so in Royale and like the other versions, they add a character and they add one dungeon. At least in Persona 5, they add this one character. Well, they add a few characters, but the one character that joins your team. But they like interject her at different points throughout the game.
They do that for all of them.
Right.
And
That's the same with Golden. Though.
Okay. So they interject them throughout the points of the game, which means you get more time with her than you do the original game Haru, who is still tacked on at the end. And then not only do you have this girl that shows up throughout the game, you also get the whole extra mission, which is with her. It's like her story.
So why did they do so much?
Because she's
her?
the new character, and they got to make her feel like she was in the world organically. So they add her throughout the game.
They have to make her seem like it's worth paying $60 and playing this 100-hour game again to get
to have this
girl.
It was worth it. Wow, this marketing strategy
is
genius.
It works.
It sure did work.
I mean, they put out a game that like the first time you play it, it's going to take you about 100 hours to play. Like you get your money's worth. You feel very invested and very happy with the game, and it did super well, which is nice to see a JRPG like this doing this well in the West, because it was the first Persona game to really do well. And now we're seeing it more. You know, you can see Joker literally got added to Smash Bros, and they're starting to port these games to other systems. I'm really hoping they get the at least Persona 3 and 4 ported to like Switch, and 3 on PC as well would be great.
By the way, since we're just covering all the ladies, here is the Persona 5 Strikers girl.
Should we throw some of the gentlemen in it too? Because I mean, like, we got top tier characters.
Oh, she's really cute.
Yeah, so she isn't a real person.
I like her.
She's an AI.
Aww. But she has hearts for hair.
She doesn't exist as a real person. She just talks to you through your phone and then gets a body when you go into the world. Her persona is also kind of boring. It's just like floating stones.
Wait, she gets one even though she's an AI?
Yeah. Here, this is what her persona kind of looks like. It's just like floating rocks.
All right, I've got some.
That's lame.
I've got some fan art of the gentleman. I'm gonna send.
Okay, show me.
Send a couple.
By the way, Makoto in Persona 5 Strikers wears a leather vest and leather pants, and so you know I'm here for it.
Ooh. Wait, send me a pic.
All right, so here are the 4 gentlemen that are going to be on your team. The 5 gentlemen, actually.
Is the cat one?
The cat is one.
I see. I feel like they all look like smug assholes.
Only one of them is.
Only 2 of them is.
Okay, yeah, I guess
only
2 of them is. But one of them can back it up, one can't.
Depends what he has to back up.
Like,
yeah, the one on the far left is the smuggest asshole of the group. He is
the one with the long brown hair.
He's like quite literally an oh god, why did I just forget this word immediately? An antagonist throughout a majority of the game, like a playful antagonist. Then you have right next to him is the main character, of course. That's you. Your Ren, I think, is the current canon name of him.
Do they change it?
They changed it once. It was originally something, and then they changed it, and it was just kind of a joke. Because they changed it when they released the Persona anime. By the way, they make an anime for every single Persona game.
And they're not good.
They're not super good. I watched Persona 4, the animation, after playing the game, and I really enjoyed it, and I realized a little after it was because it's just so bare and quick, because it's, it's a 20-episode show trying to do a 100-hour game.
Right.
If you play the game, then you know the little holes in between, and you can just kind of appreciate the jokes.
For the animes, like, does it work in the same structure as like adapting a manga to an anime, where you do like X amount of story beats an episode?
Yes.
Basically, what they kind of do is like, so all the games, I think all the games have animation throughout them.
Okay.
Or is that only 5?
Yeah, it's very occasional you get like a little piece of animation. It's rarer, I feel, in the previous games. And sometimes it's literally like 3 seconds of animation.
By the way, Sage, here's her new design. I can't find an actual in-game version, so this is just like someone's drawing of it. But like, it gets the point
Oh,
across.
okay. Oh, okay. I was imagining something a little saucier, but that's fine.
That's the student council vice president. She don't get saucy. She got them book
You
smarts.
say that, but she's wearing
Okay,
skin-tight
Mike
leather
was-
pants, and they very clearly pronounce her ass in the game.
Mike was saying that she was wearing a leather vest and pants, in which this is not a leather vest,
mean,
my
it is.
dude.
I mean, it's
No, a vest does not have sleeves.
it's not a vest.
Whatever.
It's like a midriff jacket that is leather.
Right, so I was picturing a super saucy leather, like, vest, like a men's vest, but leather, with the leather pants, and all I got was this crop jacket.
Whatever. I don't know
Still a good
fashion.
look.
What do you want from me?
Perfection.
I,
The first
I
time.
want you to educate yourself before
No,
you lie
I
to
will
me.
never. Anyway, I think she gets the best redesign, and it's also, it's hot. So,
So are there
so what else? What
more girl characters than boy characters, or it's about the same? I'm lost
what
at
was
this
it?
point.
4 and 4?
in the original
Actually, 5 and 4, yeah.
game, it's 4 to 5.
To 4. No, it's
If you're counting Detective Boy.
Morgana.
Oh,
No,
Okay, then,
Morgana,
yeah, Morgana.
You would count. Morgana's kind of the whatchamacallit, the
Akechi.
mascot
what
character.
his name was.
There's a mascot character in 4 as well, Teddy. He's great. So just kind of like a cute character that they can make a mascot out of.
Also, Morgana, the cat,
Cute.
can transform into a car.
He can turn into a car. You can drive him.
Yeah. And the
love it.
reason behind it is, so there's a point in at least Persona 5 where you like go into like the collective unconscious instead of a specific person's. And he
Right.
says he can transform into a car there because for some reason a lot of people think that cats can also be buses. And it's a joke
That's a
about Studio
really good
Studio
I was
Ghibli.
gonna say
Really
that it's
good.
a Studio
Yeah.
Ghibli reference there.
That the collective
That's cute. I
unconscious
kinda like
also
that.
sees cats as cars. And so he was like, so I could just do that for some reason.
There's a good amount of little references in
Oh.
these games.
Colin, do you remember? I don't remember which Anime Nexus was, but we went to a panel that was like misleading AMVs,
I think I do.
and
remember
and
that.
somebody did an AMV for My Neighbor Totoro, and they made it like a psychedelic horror
Yeah.
with the cat bus, and it was incredible.
Man, there was a couple of good panels like that. That was like very stupid, but also like you just found some gold in there.
But also super entertaining.
So Sage, do you have any questions?
Oh wait, there's another picture. Hold on. So wait, hold
That's
on.
just the boys in another fan art as butlers, because I just wanted another picture of the boys on the team.
I don't know. Something about the boys' designs are just like a little bit bland. Like I don't know why, but in my head I was picturing them like I want them to they have like this budget BL feel to them.
So blue hair boy, he's Yusuke. He's voiced by Matthew Mercer in the dub. He's like the awkward artsy kid.
Right.
Yellow haired boy Ryuji is like the gruff delinquent who curses and says his opinions
With a heart of
with
gold.
a heart of gold.
Right.
And then you got
Right.
the main boy who is whatever personality you have, or because you control what he does.
You have Morgana.
Right. He's like the insert.
Yeah. So in these, it's always basically self-insert. You get to choose the responses.
But they don't really ever talk all that much.
Yeah, especially like if you watch the anime, they get like very few lines per episode because it's got to still be very open. But then there's a lot of times where it's very obvious, like, oh, this was a legit choice in the game of what you got to do, and then you get to kind of see like, yeah, this was the canon choice. Like in Persona 4, there's a time where they go to a hot springs and the boys accidentally walk in while it's the girls' hour. And
Yeah, you gotta.
yeah, because you got to do that joke, and the boys are like, "Oh God!" They open the door and like, "Fuck, what do we do?" And you have a moment to be like, "Run away," or just be like, "Charge forward." And in the anime, when the main character just goes, "Charge forward," and they start throwing baskets at their faces,
We die like men.
It's like I applaud this. This is exactly the energy I wanted out of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, so
I
he's
love
like the
it.
insert. Then the boy next to him, Akechi,
Akechi.
Goro Akechi. He's like the kid genius, self-made. He's really smart. He's a respected kid detective, and and totally not insane. And
Totally not insane.
yeah, and then you have Morgana, who's like the witty, slightly annoying sidekick.
He swears to you that he is not a cat. He does not remember who he is, what he is. He knows that he's human, and he swears he's not a cat, but he is a cat.
But he is totally a cat.
Like he's a human in a
That's what
cat's
he thinks.
body.
Yeah, he thinks that, but he has no memory, and you're kind of, and like as you're going through the game, you're trying to figure out what the fuck is up with Morgana.
And when you beat the game, you do
I
find
see.
out what the fuck is up with Morgana.
You usually find out what the fuck is up with your mascot character.
Yeah.
Is there always a problem with them?
Just kind of like they're not from our world exactly. They're generally like they first appear in the other world, so it's like, are you human? Were you human? And now you're like half shadow or something. So you never know what it is. It's always a mystery, and at least through the last two, it was different. Because again, I haven't played 3, but in 4 you have Teddy, who is a fucking awesome character, and also just kind of like he's just like, yeah, I live in the TV world, because in Persona 4 you travel into the TV to go into the world you fight in.
Oh, that's
Persona
cool. I
5,
like
it's
that.
an app.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Persona 4 was definitely a bit more with the times of the story goes, oh, there's this thing called the Midnight Channel. If you turn your if you like look at your TV at a specific time after it rains, it just turns on, and it shows you this weird vision of somebody. And if it turns out if you put your hand up to the screen, you can go into the TV.
Yeah, Persona 5, it's like the app kind of works like a map, and like you need basically like the location, and you need a keyword.
But you can use the app at any time.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
But, so you can use the app to like get into the collective unconscious whenever. But to go into a specific person, they need to have a strong enough desire to have a palace, and to get into the palace, it's like a map, in that you need like their location and you need a specific word.
You need to know what
okay.
it is that they think, what they're viewing their distorted world as.
So like for the first guy, the
Oh,
map
okay.
doesn't take them anywhere until they find the word castle, and
and the guy's name.
the guy's name. So
So
it's basically you need the person's name and what they view their thing as.
yeah, so the one guy was just like outwardly saying, this guy, he treats the school like he's the king of the castle, and then the app is like, this guy, school, castle, welcome to the metaverse.
Yeah.
Because you have to accidentally get there the first time for the story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Stumbles
they
into it.
they stumble into it in 5, and then you're like, what the fuck's happening? And then that's like when all the shit happens, because you don't have a persona yet, and then all of a sudden the persona happens, and then you like escape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and we barely even gotten to like the surface of what makes these such fun and good games, which is just like really good story, really interesting characters. You can spend time with whatever character you want, and you don't have to spend time with characters you don't want, so you can find more about their backstories as you level up that confidant boost. And I mean, also, like, the gameplay is fantastic. Even the changes they made from 4 to 5 were really significant in making the turn-based RPG style just flow and feel fresh.
Also, the music, from what I believe, through all of the games is just iconic.
Yeah,
Like, soundtrack
100%.
always slaps.
Persona 5 is one of my favorite game soundtracks, but Persona 4 I will not hesitate to say is one of the best. The Persona games just always have good soundtracks.
Yeah, Persona 5 is fucking incredible. That's the only one I could speak to. I've listened to that soundtrack so many times. I have Persona 5 Royale special edition on vinyl.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah.
Neato.
And their
So
aesthetics
if
are
it's
incredible.
turn-based, if it's a turn-based game, do you have to wait for the computer
Yeah.
to do
You could
stuff?
fast forward
But
during
it's
combats
immediate.
too, but it's all pretty fast.
Okay, because
You take your time picking your attacks, and then you select them all, and then the turn starts, and then immediately after your character makes its turn, the computer does its turn. It doesn't take any time to think about what it's doing, it just does, and then it goes back to you.
And then there's different types of
Gotcha.
moves, with different types, kind of like Pokemon. Then there's physical moves that do a lot of damage, but they cost you health. And then there's
okay.
the magic moves, which use magic points basically, but also can do a lot of damage, but they don't cost you your own health. So you basically are bouncing
Right.
between health and magic points basically, and then certain
Also, just depends on the build of the character.
right, like Ryuji and Yusuke and Makoto.
Makoto's a flex.
Yeah, all right. So Yusuke and Ryuji are usually the heavy hit physical damage types. So a lot of their moves are they deal their own damage and health, but do damage.
Okay.
And then they also have the magic points where Ryuji is lightning and Yusuke is ice.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
cute.
you can balance between them. It depends on the character's builds, and because the main character can use any persona he wants besides, his friends' personas, you can build however you want. You can build one that has is mained for healing. You could build one that's mained for, physical
And then you
damage.
can have 10 of them.
Yeah, and you could have 10 of them.
And you can switch between them once per turn. So that's a nice aspect of it, is you can always stay balanced just with your main character.
Oh, that's neat. How come? But okay, so you can switch between 10, but do you have to get to a certain point in the game
Yeah.
to have 10?
Yeah, you start off with I think 6 slots, and then I think the maximum is 12 slots.
Yeah, something
It
like
was something
that.
like that. Every so often you receive a check mark, and it's hey, you can have 2 more personas.
And and also at least for me, it felt like you can kind of, if you wanted to, you can kind of build a persona to just replace a character. I never used Morgana after the beginning because I had personas that were better at healing and better at wind attacks than he was himself.
because that's what Morgana specializes in. That's why I always kept Morgana trained up and on my team, because he just has all the healing moves, and I generally prefer to use my main character as a heavy damage hitter who can just flex whatever type he needs to.
A lot of times I would just buy a lot of healing
Neato.
supplies and just use that if I couldn't.
I mean, yeah, you get a good confidant level with the goth nurse, and she gives you half off.
There is a goth nurse.
There's a goth nurse, and let me tell you, she's
And
second.
she
And you can
gives
date
you
her.
half
She gives you
off.
half off. If you can look, she's second best girl. I stand by that.
She gives you a
She gives you a
discount.
discount.
Yeah.
Even if you don't fuck her.
In Persona 5 Strikers,
loyal.
it's sad because she's not there.
Aw.
Yeah, she's on vacation or something.
Yeah, she had to take
Yeah.
leave.
You just you don't get to
She
see
was
her.
upset that you decided not to date her, and you decided to date this preppy girl from a high school instead of a doctor.
Well, she's
Yeah,
a
how
college
dare you.
student now. Excuse you.
All right. I think we should probably start wrapping it up around here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think we're at the
Yeah,
like
right around
hour
there.
Just about, yeah.
So
Just shy.
thanks for well, I guess you can only really listen to this episode, but if you're on YouTube anyway, hey, thanks. Hopefully this was at least slightly entertaining. I know the next couple episodes are going to be slightly different. Hopefully you enjoy them. We'll be in person again hopefully soon. But yeah, so thanks for listening to us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you So this should be 4 episodes away from the anime club. Theoretically, this should be episode 32.
Theoretically.
Yeah, so you have till 35 to watch Prison School. And yeah, that should be everything. We will see you guys next week. Again, thanks for bearing with us in this little change. And don't forget to check out Super Milkshake on YouTube and Cat the Moonstar on Twitch. That should be everything. So bye.
I think that's it.
Bye.
All right. Bye.